China has unveiled some of its brand new high-tech weapon systems and military hardware in a massive parade in Beijing. The whole world is wondering, what are the actual capabilities of these military technologies in a future confrontation, particularly if it were a direct engagement with the US? Let's take a deep look on China's future military ambitions and the Chinese advanced weapon systems one by one. On strategic backbone, the nuclear triad. China for the first time publicly revealed its full nuclear triad, launch platforms on land, at sea, and in the air. The DF-61, a solid-fueled truck-mounted mobile ICBM, with a range of 7,500 miles will be offering flexibility and survivability in a crisis. Alongside it, the DF-5C, a liquid-fueled ICBM with an estimated range over 20,000 kilometers and carrying up to 12 MIRV warheads, and re-entry speeds over Mach 10 will be providing a truly global reach. At sea, the JL-3 SLBM, with a range of 5,600 miles, ready to be deployed aboard future nuclear submarines, boosting China's second strike resilience. In the air, the JL-1, an air-launched nuclear missile offering standoff launch options launched from bombers. As the US already have a long-established and highly operationally tested triad with massive global deployments and integration into international deterrence frameworks, the Chinese display signals that China now, at least symbolically, possesses the capability to launch nuclear retaliation from multiple domains, a critical deterrent strategy. 2. Precision power, hypersonic and anti-ship missiles. Then came the hypersonic and anti-ship arsenal, designed to target US naval power in the Western Pacific. China paraded a suite of cutting-edge anti-ship and hypersonic missiles. YJ-15, a supersonic anti-ship cruise missile, ramjet-powered, optimized for striking large vessels. YJ-17, a hypersonic missile featuring a boost glide HGV warhead. Maneuverable atmospheric glide will be complicating for US intercepts. YJ-19, a hypersonic anti-ship cruise missile with scramjet engine, sustaining speeds of Mach 10+, capable of mid-course maneuvers. YJ-20, hypersonic aeroballistic missile with a biconic configuration, diving on target at steep angles for greater penetration. YJ-21, known as a carrier killer, capable of Mach 6-7, with range over 600 kilometers with ballistic trajectory and a re-entry glide phase. These are specifically tailored to threaten US naval power, including aircraft carriers, by evading conventional missile defense with hypersonic speeds. While the US has its own hypersonic programs, Chinese YJ systems appear further along in public deployment and aimed directly at US carrier strike groups, eroding long-held naval supremacy. 3. Futuristic warfare, unmanned systems, AI and drones. China then showcased its growing emphasis on unmanned and AI-powered systems that could reshape engagement dynamics. AJX-002, an extra-large 18 60 feet long underwater drone submarine with torpedo shape and pump jet propulsion, likely for stealthy ISR, mine-laying, or strike. HSU-100, another underwater drone, possibly for autonomous mine deployment or offensive payloads. A small surface drone ship was also on display but not identified, as well as carrier-based uncrewed helicopters. Uncrewed aerial drones such as FH-97, capable of coordinating with pilots, performing reconnaissance and carrying ordnance. China also showed off stealth attack drones in the parade, including the GJ-11, which is capable of flying alongside manned fighter jets and aiding them in their missions. 7 types of reconnaissance and attack aerial drones were on display that were not immediately identified, some of which appeared to be new. Robot wolves or robot dogs, ground autonomous units for reconnaissance, targeting, minesweeping, projecting AI integration on land. While some countries are concerned about incorporating artificial intelligence into their military systems, China appears to be plowing ahead and believe they can control AI. The US is also developing stealth drones and underwater systems, but China's parade suggests mass production and operational readiness are closer. The quantity, stealth, and autonomy may give China an edge in saturation tactics. These systems could dramatically shift the economics and tempo of conflict with automating reconnaissance, logistics, even frontline assault. 4. Directed energy and counter-drone weapons. Next comes a breakthrough in energy weapons. China rolled out 2 advanced laser-based air and sea defense systems. LY-1 Laser Weapon System. Mobile and ship-based with high power, can intercept drones and anti-ship missiles with precision strikes. The powerful device is believed to have the ability to disable electronics or blind pilots, complemented by high-energy microwave and missile gun systems for layered counter-drone defense. Such directed energy platforms offer near-instant engagement at lower cost per shot, game-changing for defending high-value assets. The U.S. also pursues directed energy tech, but China's display underscores rapid fielding aimed at cost-effective defense against swarm threats. 5. Integrated air and land assets. Beyond the headline tech, China also emphasized air and land force integration. J-35 and J-20 stealth fighters, plus carrier-capable J-15 stealth drone and KJ-600 for combat management. HQ-20 and HQ-22A SAM systems, mid-tier air defense with mobile platforms. HQ-29, mobile exo-atmospheric interceptor targeting satellites or ballistic threats, analogous to US SM-3 IUA. AI-enhanced, anti-drone tanks, and new battle management and communication systems to network its advanced platforms. China is building a node-based, highly connected force able to conduct complex joint operations across domains. US remains ahead in integrated air systems, ISR platforms, BMD capabilities, but China's advances signal closing gaps, especially regionally. 6. Information combat. 3 formations of information warfare equipment, cyberspace warfare, electronic countermeasure, and information support, were seen in Tiananmen Square. The cyberspace warfare formation showcased equipment for command, control, reconnaissance, sensing, and network electronic warfare. Domestically developed electronic countermeasure equipment is capable of disconnecting enemy networks, breaking digital chains, and providing aerial and space defense and countermeasures. The Information Support Formation, comprising cloud computing, digital intelligence, and air-ground networks and integrated information, could quickly establish new cyber systems to support joint operations. Now, the real question is, what are the strategic implications of these weapons in a direct confrontation with the U.S.? What do these systems mean if the U.S. and China were to face off, for example, over Taiwan? The nuclear triad gives China assured second strike capability, increasing deterrence and complicating U.S. calculations. Hypersonic and anti-ship missiles threaten U.S. carrier groups and naval operations, potentially denying freedom of navigation in the Western Pacific. Unmanned systems and AI robots lower human risk and enable saturation tactics, massive drone swarms, stealth subs, and robotic land units. Laser and CUAS systems could blunt early U.S. strikes, protecting critical nodes like carriers or bases. Although many of these systems lack real combat testing, the parade powerfully conveys China's intent and its commitment to closing the technological gap with the U.S. These futuristic military technologies reinforce China's position as an emerging military superpower under President Xi's leadership. As dazzling as they were in Beijing, their true significance lies in what they signal: a transformed battlefield landscape where hypersonic missiles, autonomous systems, and directed energy weapons compel great powers like the U.S. to rethink strategies, alliances, and deterrence itself. Share your thoughts in the comments section.